I repeatedly tell my clients who come to me to detox from sugar and to really get free from uncontrolled eating, addictive eating, and they come to quit sugar and all these sugary, starchy, hyperprocessed foods. I always tell them that calories are not that important. They don't need to count calories or how many calories they eat. I always like to quote Dr. Robert Lustig, who is one of my heroes. And he says, it's much less important how many calories you eat than what has been done to those calories. Because you see, there are calories that you will eat that will put your body into fat making mode, that will put your body into that will promote inflammation and make you feel like crap. And then there's calories that will actually encourage your body to burn fat. And there are calories that will make you feel vibrant and healthy and focused, and that will actually promote your health and even reverse sometimes some harmful things that are happening in your body, like pre-diabetes. You can actually reverse it with what the calories that you eat. And of course, yes, I'm not saying that the amount of food that we eat doesn't matter. Let's say I am a small woman. My height is 154. I'm short. I'm 57, so I'm postmenopausal. So of course, if I eat tons and tons of food, if I eat 4,000 calories a day, even of the healthiest food there is, I'm going to gain weight. But first of all, we have to remember that healthy eating means so much more than gaining or losing weight. And if people eat real food versus hyper processed foods, it makes a huge difference because you can eat a lot more calories when you're eating real food and not gain weight, even lose weight, than if you're eating even maybe a limited amount of calories, but those calories are coming from hyper processed, sugary, starchy foods, which actually calorie versus calorie makes the body produce more fat, and it also promotes unhealthy processes in the body like inflammation and promotes disease. So it's not just about how many calories we eat. It's also about the quality of the calories that we are eating. Let's face it, humans didn't count calories for thousands and thousands of years, right? Yes, it's true. During those times, there wasn't this surplus of food that there is today. But if you think about it, right, the problem is not just the amount of food, it's what foods are we eating. We are not eating natural foods anymore. And I want to take this home in a very poignant example. There's a movie that came out in 2016 called That Sugar Film. An Australian actor and director named Damon Gameau did on himself an experiment that was a little bit similar to the guy who did the experiment on Super Size Me, right? Where he ate McDonald's for 2 weeks and they said he wouldn't get sick. And of course he did. But this guy didn't. He didn't eat junk food. He didn't drink Coca-Cola. He didn't eat ice cream or candies. He ate processed foods that are considered real food, are considered like a regular part of people's menus, but he made sure to eat the equivalent of what the average Australian was eating at that time. The movie was made in 2016, which was 36 teaspoons a day. Now, if you think that's huge, here in Israel at that time, the average was 42. I'm happy to say that since then, it seems that the average is going down, but very slowly and certainly not enough. What Damon describes is that he was eating more or less the same amount of calories that he did before he did the movie, but many of those calories were coming from sugar, especially added sugars. And he gained 8 kilos during those 2 months of the movie. And you actually see the way he becomes so much more lethargic and he's not feeling so good. So it's not just about how many calories you're eating. It is definitely, before you look at the amount of calories, you should look at what has been done to those calories. Are you eating real food, or are the calories that you're putting into your body, are they coming from real food? Are they coming from food that is as close as possible to its natural state? Or are you eating hyper-processed foods? Are you eating foods that you see on the label have lots of ingredients and lots of added flavorings and emulsifiers and preservatives. And so it's not just about how much oil it has. It's not just about how many calories it has. Those things are really secondary, the calories. What's more important is to eat food that comes from natural sources, real food. And when you eat real food, you can already have a lot more food and still lose weight or not gain weight and keep your health and keep your vibrant feeling and feel great about what you're eating versus even if you will eat limited amount of calories from hyper processed, sugary, starchy junk food. So I hope that you really liked this live. And remember, if you would like to get off the sugar, but you just feel like it's like this overwhelming thing, you wouldn't even know where to start, I have launched the sugar detox starter kit. This is a ridiculously lowly priced digital mini course, which will really teach you those first critical steps you need. If you want to go on a sugar detox, you want to quit sugar, these are the first steps to prepare and the first steps to make in those initial times, which will really set you up for success. The link with all the details and how to get the sugar-free starter kit, sugar detox starter kit is, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the description of this video. And please subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching it on Facebook, then it is in the comments below. So have a wonderful evening, a great afternoon, and I will see you next week, Monday on Zippi Live.